What's up and welcome to the channel. You're probably here after watching one or two of my videos. I wanted to make this channel for personal reasons. As I begin making an entrance into my adulthood, I realized I also have a lot of experience from my previous years that I think you can all learn from. My main goal here is to give you young men and even women some life advice and a better understanding of how the world really operates, so you can see through the BS and avoid the mistakes I made in my youth. Things are getting crazier and crazier every day in what seems to be this massive culture war, so I'm putting myself on the front lines to do my best to make sure you don't get caught in the crossfire. So sit back, enjoy, and most importantly, learn from these videos.
Would you guys rather have a virgin or a guy who's a player?
A player. I feel like a virgin, he'll never forget me. Also player because like they're more experienced and they just know. Like it's way better.
Yeah. It's so annoying. I actually can't.
Yeah.
If you ask any girl if they'd prefer a virgin or a player, they'd almost always prefer a man with experience. It sucks, but that's life.
Please name one advantage that a man gets from marriage that he couldn't get with just having her as his girlfriend.
I don't want to answer this question.
I mean,
I have an answer.
Do you have an answer? You don't have an answer?
I got an answer.
Go ahead.
A clean vagina? That's no, listen, your question was, the question was, what does a man get from getting married opposed to just having girlfriends, right?
No.
That was the question?
No, that was not the question whatsoever. That's what you wanted to hear. The question was specifically, what benefit does a man get from marriage that he doesn't get from simply having her as his girlfriend?
That's the exact same thing I said. A clean vagina. A clean vagina. Your wife is only fucking you. You got girlfriends, you can't really, determine like who's getting fucked. Like, no, I just mean like a consistent clean coochie that you know is yours. I know exactly what I'm saying.
I pity the man who would marry this bozo.
So if you met a successful guy that was more successful than you.
I did.
Okay, but he says, hey, I don't want a career woman. I want a wife.
But see, they don't say that.
I do. I do. I told Huli that. She had her own little small business, and I was just like, dude, like, I don't want that. I want a wife. I don't want a business partner. Yeah. And I don't want a career woman. And she was like, why? I says, because I've got so much going on, and I produce so much that, and it wasn't an invalidation. You'll never produce what I produce, and it's okay. It was a deal breaker. If you want to continue running your business, great. We're going to be friends. And, and if that's what you want to do, great. This was like 2 weeks after we met. I'm like A to B. I mean, look, she doesn't regret it. Yeah. She lives an amazing life.
Props to the guy for being honest. Truthfully, many would prefer a stay-at-home mom to a strong, independent boss babe. There's absolutely nothing wrong with being one. It's just that it would be hard for women to balance nurturing a child and maintaining a stressful business.
The feminine teacher told that little boy with the high testosterone to sit down quietly, to behave like a girl. What did he do? He laughed in her face. He passed that shit test. But for the majority of us, bro, we failed heavily, and so we've been conditioned, we've been brainwashed to end up into young adulthood as feminine, weak, docile men.
Embrace masculinity.
Whoa. You just said, hold on, wait. Did you just say every woman here is a pygmy? Wait. How is understanding how the other species operates and what they value, what they want, a pygmy? When we always say, when we always say that they need to understand women, it's like, how are you supposed to be in a relationship with someone? When you get in a relationship with friends, you try to understand your friends and you want them to understand you so you can grow that relationship, so you can be the best friend they have in that relationship. How are you going to be one-sided and say, oh, we don't need to understand men, we don't need to know this about men, they need to understand us and how we operate? And that's a pygmy if we try to understand how they operate, to be able to have a good relationship, to not be single at 40 with 12 kids, to not die alone with a dog. How is that a pygmy?
Well fucking shit.
Because you think that they're understanding or they're like...
Are they not human?
No, of course they're human. But you think that it is like... It's truth, it's gospel, it's like determining the facts. Like, I cannot accept that
you think
those
what's
things
true?
determine a woman's value.
What's true?
Like,
what's gospel?
You saying that, certain women don't...
Looks like someone was raised right.
The 80% are guys, right? The beta males, the guys who have a real tough time. But they're not the 20% that women want to bang. These are the guys who got to figure something out. And you're right. They fall in love with those girls over and over again. They'll find their favorite one. They'll spend a small fortune on that one until they get jilted. That's their like digital waifu, right? It's the girl for them. And they live out this fantasy of having some girl who actually gives a shit about them. Like that actually has some sort of like intimate connection with them. One time, this guy was talking about the cycle that he goes through with these girls. He'll fall in love with his favorite girl. He'll spend something like $4,000 a month on this girl, and just so she'll acknowledge him and she'll know that he's out there, right? That he thinks she's special, and he wants to know that she thinks he's special. And then you get that kind of back and forth that he thinks he's actually having a virtual relationship with that person. Then somebody pays $5,000 a month. She pays attention to him and not him, and now he goes through this depression.
Truth or dare? I might have to go with the dare. Get a girl's number.
All right. How y'all doing today?
Good, how are you?
Good. What's your name?
Allison.
Allison? What's your name?
Nelly.
Nelly? What y'all doing here? Studying?
Science.
What class are you guys in? Like freshman, sophomore? Really? What you studying?
Psychology.
Psychology? You? Nursing? You know what's the stereotype with nurses? It'd be like nurses got out of a bitch phase in high school, and that's why they're studying nursing. You could agree with that? Nelly, what would you rate yourself?
What would I rate myself?
Yeah, like 1 to 10. Yeah.
I'm like a 6.
Really? You?
Like a 6.
Like a 6 or a 7? What would you rate me? You could be honest.
A 7.
A 7? You?
A 7.
What, a 7 or 8? Could I get your number?
I said that's all her.
That's all her? She rated me higher, that's why I asked her.
I do have a boyfriend.
Oh, she has a boyfriend. She has a boyfriend. She said she had a boyfriend. Yeah.
These are 5 things that instantly make a guy so much hotter. Nothing to do with looks.
Right off the bat, you can begin to understand she's not gonna give any helpful advice.
Nothing to do with his appearance. These things are just so, Ladies, let me know if you agree. Guys, please listen up. Number 1, his nails. I'm not saying if he has nice hands or nice nails. I don't care about that. I'm saying, does he cut his damn nails? Do his nails look like he's never washed his hands? Number 2, jewelry. All it takes is one simple chain. That's it. And then if you add in a ring...
She says nothing to do with looks, but proceeds to give 2 tips relating to how a guy looks.
Number 3, if he acts hot. The girls will know what I mean.
Although you can't see it, I'm facepalming right now and shaking my head at the same time.
Number 4, how he talks to servers. Is he being kind? Is he making conversation? Is he tipping?
Wow. Common human decency. How hot.
Last but not least, number 5, voice memos on Snapchat. That is the only way to Snapchat someone, and it is...
I hate to say it, but don't listen to these types of dating coaches. Everything she said only works if you are, at least, good looking. Can you imagine a dork, skinny nerd doing any of these? I don't think so.
Some dating rules that I have. Let me know if you agree or disagree in the comments. Having other girlfriends is totally fine. But calling another girl your best friend, having like a girl best friend, Like, if I'm not your best friend, then what are we doing here? Hot take, but I think we should have each other's locations, literally not to check it all the time, but just for emergencies. I know this one is highly debated, but I think it's important. Like, I would have my best friend's location, so... Another hot take, it is not always 50-50. Some days I'm gonna have to put in more effort, some days the person I'm dating is gonna have to put in more effort. I don't think it should always be 50-50. Instead of worrying about the effort being 50-50, you should see when the other person needs you and be there for them.
But my next question was going to be, if you are at your most valuable during these ages and stages in your life, why not cash in now to get the best dude that you can possibly get? Versus when you're 30 years old and you get a dude, let's say you can get a dude right now who's, I don't know, closer 90% to your ideal dude, but when you get 30, you might get a dude that's 60% to your ideal dude.
You have to find your maturity to be able to be ready for that. And for girls, you have to go through things like little relationships, little hookups. You have to go through so much emotions that you eventually sit down one day and you're like, cool, I'm cool to find someone to sit down with for the rest of my life. Right. And that's maybe how it's supposed to happen. Is it going to happen like that for everybody? No.
I wouldn't say our value decreases as we get older. I think we become valuable in different ways.
No, false. When I say value, again, I don't mean you specifically to the world. I mean you specifically to the opposite sex.
This is what they're teaching young women now. Do what makes you happy. You go, girl. Yeah, until they're 40, alone, and stuck with cats. Feminism is lying to you, ladies.
Until what age were you woke?
It was until I was 23. It was ironically in the height of the George Floyd just fiasco that I accidentally red-pilled myself.
Oh, well, I got to hear that story. How did that happen?
So I was a BLM activist for many, many years. I built a platform as a BLM activist, and I ended up getting casted for a reality show where I was going to teach people how to be an ally of BLM and such. And I decided I wanted to study the counter arguments. It all started when I saw a Candace Owens video that made me so mad. I just couldn't get it out of my head. So I tried to become a pro debater, and I actually went up against the PragerU videos. I listed out all the different just details and points that I could possibly find on there, and I tried to debunk every single one, and I ended up dismantling the entire narrative that I believed in for so long.
You know, I'm speechless. This is about as dramatic a story as I have heard, and I've heard many wonderful stories.
Require for relationships because they're dumb. I'm sorry guys, but this is stupid. What do they require? Is she nice? Does she look good? Does she stick around? That's it. Is she nice? Does she look good? Does she stick around? That's all they're looking for. So if you don't have girl game, because you know it is a game to play, if you can't play, don't play, then you just need to be kind and sweet, okay? Be kind.
Again, boys, there are women out there that know how to behave properly, like this lady here. Don't completely lose hope.
I've got my friends here from Sweden. I'm gonna put an end to this because, and the reason I'm gonna say that, okay, is that, as I've said, if you're unable to understand the means at which men are privileged in society over women.
You're telling me I'm oppressed?
Sorry?
You're telling me I'm oppressed?
Sorry? What do you?
You're explaining my oppression to me?
Do you feel oppressed?
No.
Male feminists are the worst.
Woman is the one that stays with the baby anyway.
That's wrong to start with, because women like you don't deserve to have no child. Being a single mother, that if you have a child and you decide to go out there and choose, you are one mother that should not be having a child. You are one. The father should have the child. The father's have the child. So the mother shouldn't always have the child. It's 99% of the time the father would make a better parent, and it's women like you that are proving that fathers make better parents.
Finally, let's hear another one from Mr. KS. We all need tough love.
I want to hear shit from you talking about you being broke. If you're not working in 60 hours minimum a week that you're getting paid for, turn off YouTube, Instagram, whatever, and get your ass out there. Go down there and work at McDonald's, Circle K, get you a job. I don't care about your pride. You can't be proud and broke at the same time. Go work, and work, and then you take that money you make from your part-time job, invest some of it, invest most and take half of it, invest it to your future. The other 50%, the other percentage, take some, have some fun, go buy your belt, then invest it in self-improvement. Get you a high-income skill. Get you something that's going to give you high-value skills that you can market on, that you can leverage on the marketplace. Whether you're working in corporate America or whether you're going to be doing your own entrepreneurial thing in the future. But men, if you're working, the harder you work, the luckier you get, the more exposure you get.